3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everyone, to the Legalize Stalling podcast. As always, I am one of your hosts, Jake Tucker, joined by co-host Skylar Crespo. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest. He's been growing quickly on TikTok and Instagram. We're having some very awesome and polarizing wrestling opinions, some of them. So his name is Evan Burge. But you might know him as his handle, Shiesteez. Welcome to the show, my man.
Thanks for having me. First of all, I'm excited, bro. Like, I want to say this. I met these guys. Was walking in a casino. We were at the tournament, and like I'm kind of a shy person, to be honest. I saw y'all. I've seen y'all around. I saw Chase, and I was like, I'm gonna act like I don't know him, bro, because I didn't want to say anything and bother nobody. And then he came up and said, "Hey," and I thought that was fucking cool. And then I saw him a couple other times throughout the weekend. Really nice dudes. I'm glad they asked me to be here today. I'm excited.
Yeah, Crespo, do you kind of remember that whole interaction?
Yeah, I think that he walked by and I was like, "Oh, that's the guy that talked about like effing that kid's girlfriend right before the match." and now that I look back on it, I think the first reel of his I saw, or maybe it was TikTok, whatever it was. It was something about did you post something about being like you can party and still be really good at wrestling? Well, one of the kids I coached had liked it, and I saw it and immediately got pissed. I don't even think I finished the video. I think I just tried past it. I was like, dude, this loser. But yeah, that's super funny. Yeah, I think we sent Chase to go like bring him back, didn't we?
Yeah, because like Chase was actually the one who was like, "Yo, that's the kid." He recognized you, and I was like, "Oh, the kid from Instagram who talks like he just sits and just does like talking head videos about wrestling." I was like, "Go grab that kid."
I'm glad y'all said something, because I'm kind of like, I'm a medium shy person, bro. So I was like, I'm not gonna bother nobody. Like I didn't fully know, because I've been drinking a lot that night. The whole weekend was bad, but no, I was a little shy too. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So, all right, just give us real quick, kind of like your background. I know you're from Indiana. I think you mentioned you were from like the Lafayette area, and then you wrestled at Wabash.
Yeah, so I mean, born and raised in Indiana. I wrestled at Wabash College. I was a 2-time Division III national qualifier. It's like the greatest thing you could ever do. And then I live in Las Vegas currently, so I moved out here about like 10 months ago. And it's a cool city. If you ever been to Las Vegas, I would check it out. It's fun.
For sure. Yeah. No, that's cool. We got 2 guys on Pacific time, and then me sitting here in Central time. So, Crespo, you want to take it away?
Yeah. So we're just gonna get right into the weights. 25 through heavyweight.
Sure.
Is that the order we want to go as always?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Lilidol wins it. V-Rob had a good tournament. I feel like that's the next big story. Other than, I mean, we can talk about Lilidol too. The stall call in the finals. I feel like that would probably be the talk of the weight, right? I mean, he won the match. A lot of people don't think he deserved it, is what it sounds like. Which sucks for the fans. Like, I think everybody would like to see that match go into overtime and somebody score a takedown, whichever way it went. But what do you guys think?
Evan, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, first of all, like the first time he wrestled McGowan, did he take him down at all in that match either? Because I know it was basically all just stall calls too. So just kind of like, I don't know, it's a little weird that they had kind of like a similar situation.
Yeah, I don't know on WrestleStat right now, but go ahead, Tucker.
Yeah, you pull that up. It's funny. I was shooting the tournament, and so I was down on the floor, or I was during the finals. I was kind of all over, but that was one of the matches I missed. But the first thing that someone had mentioned to me after the match was that they were upset that basically he won on a stall call. I've seen it before. I've actually seen it at the Nationals before. I remember, I think it was Seabass beat Chad Red in like 2022 in Detroit off a stall call. And it's just like, it just doesn't sit right. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I remember that too. I agree. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't like, as Lilidol, do you feel good winning that match? I mean, he probably does. He's a national champ. Let me not overthink it, but it wouldn't feel as good as if he scored a takedown, right? I looked it up though. He DQ'd him in the duel. He must have stalled him out. He stalled.
Yeah,
Like,
it was all stall calls. I just didn't know if the points were only stall calls. I didn't know if they got a takedown that time either. But I do know he just kept like shoving him off the mat, and they just like said, "Fuck, you're done, bro."
yeah, it was. I don't think he scored a takedown because it was 5-1 was the score when he got DQ'd, and there was 6 seconds left in the match. I must have missed that duel. That was like the end of the year. It looks like.
He was near the end.
I remember now. I'm starting to remember this. Yeah, I think he did stall him out.
Personally, like I don't like. I guess nobody wants to see a match won like that, but like, and I know it's not like lame shit to say. It's like at the end of the day, you kind of can't leave it up to the ref. And reffing's hard, dude. And they make calls sometimes. It's like, either guy should have done more. I guess it's kind of a lame answer, but it's kind of one of those things. What do you do, bro? Maybe you should have shot more. Maybe you should have done a little more.
Yeah, some kid actually said that to me about Robidoux, about the PJ Duke Robidoux situation. Like, you can't leave it up to the refs. I was like, that's true, but on the other hand, like, it's pretty hard when you're wrestling Landon Robidoux to like not leave it. Like, I'm sure he was trying to score. Like,
no, I agree, but I think what I'm more saying that sometimes, like, matches just kind of end out the end, and you just gotta just roll with it. Like, he's still like, damn, national final is still a pretty good season. Get back to the drawing board
for sure.
Yeah, this was 125 was definitely not one of the weights I was like kind of eager to watch, I guess. I don't know. Nothing against them, obviously, but truthfully, I think that Lillidahl was my pick last year. So, like, him being in that state college room for like another year, like, I was pretty certain he was going to win it this year. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. But I agree with, like, and not to hate, but 25 is just like not that exciting right now. Like, it just seems like nobody wants to score a lot, and maybe that's a bad take, but like, I don't know. I mean, we watched the 2 national finalists wrestle each other twice, and nobody scored a takedown.
Yeah, no, I forget somebody was saying like a lot of 25 pounders are kind of scared to like you're saying, they're kind of like scared to attack. Everybody's so worried about like the re-attack nowadays. I think it's just like, bro, they just scramble so hard. Sometimes these kids just like, bro, I don't want to fucking deal with that. And so they'd rather just stand there or something. But random, I want to say just 25. I wasn't too like big on that weight this year either. But shout out Jacob Moran, because I did another video with another guy, like another kid that does some wrestling stuff. I'm a pretty big fan of Jacob Moran, so that was cool to see him have a really good tournament. Take out Buzakis and then Jordy Volk as well. So shout out Indiana wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, now that you say that, I feel like dumb for saying like, oh, 25 wasn't that exciting, because there was some cool stuff. Moran did really. What was he, the 14 seed?
Yeah.
You had Klinsky from Ryder, kind of under the radar. He All-Americaned. Yeah, place. Yeah, Buzakis didn't place. Dean Peterson didn't place. Ventresca didn't place, correct? Is that right?
Nope.
Yeah, I think he wrestled Robinson on the backside.
I think you're right. I think that's the first time V-Rob's beat him. I want to say they're like 1-3 against each other, probably.
Yeah, it's not good. I think he's beat him every time. Dude, Klinsky fucked my pick'ems. We do like a pick'ems game, and Dean Peterson is my 8 seed. That was a blood round match. Like, dude, like, come on, you gotta lose for me, bro. Like, I'm trying to play a game here. But, that was good. Obviously good for him though. But I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah. I think what you were saying about Moran is huge too, because like I think IU getting an All-American last year with Washington, and then this year also with Moran, back-to-back years with an All-American. I mean, they were down for a long time. So I think yeah. So I really this is the type of stuff that turns programs around.
No, I agree. Both those, like, Indiana pretty used to like suck so bad because we always go watch them, and it's just like always like you were going to watch the other team wrestle, not Purdue or IU, and now it's like, okay, now you actually want to watch those programs.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
All right, 33.
Yeah, we can get into it. I mean, Jax Forrest kind of stole the show the whole weekend. I was looking at team points. He scored 26 team points for them as a true freshman, like actually a high schooler, which doesn't even make sense. I mean, what do you guys have thoughts on it? I feel like everybody is amazed by it, but like, what is there to say? It's just insane.
Evan?
It's again, like, for my pick'ems, I thought Marcus was gonna win. I thought him and Blaze were just kind of like, I mean, not him and Blaze, him and Davino were kind of the guys. Like, I was giving the Big Tens a little too much credit. at that weight. But dude, I thought it was sick. Obviously, I'm not like seeing guys wrestle real well. And like one of my friends and I are talking. Like he loves Jack's Force. He's like, dude, genuinely, that kid just like invents his own moves and his own wrestling. Like after like he wrestled Kyler Larkin at Big 12s, I haven't seen that match, but he's like, he just invented like moves during the match. He's like, this kid's unstoppable, and then he goes and wins it. So yeah, that's sick. I thought 133 genuinely like this might be the most. I mean, I don't know, because the kids are young, but I think they're gonna go on to do things like real big things. Like might be the most exciting weight ever. Like as I was leading up to the tournament, I've never been that excited to watch a weight. I was like, holy shit, like this is gonna be so cool.
Yeah, Tucker, you got something? Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, initial reactions to 133. I mean, I think Jax Forrest might end up being one of the best college wrestlers like of all time. I think he's just amazing, truly. I've been high on him for a long time too, so I wasn't like surprised when this happened. On the other side of the bracket, Vino beating Blaze, I was super happy about. And I don't want to hear this like, oh, you just hate Penn State, because that's not true. But Davino goes out there and tries to score points. That is the biggest fucking difference. Okay. So and then Aaron Seidel beating him on the backside. Like now it's gonna sound like I'm hating. But that was cool too. I think Seidel, honestly, I think it really, the chips like kind of fell where they were supposed to. I think Forrest was 1, Davino was number 2, Seidel was 3. I think those were the best 3 guys.
See, I almost think Seidel is the second best guy, but I think that's a toss-up match. I mean, if you think Davino is better than Seidel, I'm not going to say you're wrong. I thought Blaze was going to do better as well. I thought he was going to make the final, and I was interested to see if like his defense could slow down Jax, because Jax was just scoring a ton of points on everybody. I'd still like to see him wrestle. I think it'd be surprisingly close, honestly. I mean, who's blown Blaze out? No one. Like, I think it'd be close. Now, would he win? Probably not. But yeah, this is we may look back and this might be one of the best weights ever, like you said. Maybe the depth wasn't there. Like after 4 or 5, it kind of fell off. And I thought after like 8 or 9, it fell off again. But that top 4 could all, go do amazing things for the next 4 years. And you're right.
I want to say I still think Marcus Blaze. I still think he's better than some of those guys. I just think once he lost in the semis, it was kind of just like, damn, bro, like might have a little bit of a mental break there. So I'm excited. Hopefully these guys don't move around and wait too hard. They'll run it back or something. I think Davino is kind of a small dude though. Like looking at the podium pictures, like dude, he was shorter than like everybody on that. But he's a little guy. So I thought that was kind of cool for Davino too. I don't think that kid just, like you said, he scraps. I don't know if he's really cut a ton of weight either. He just wrestles hard as fuck or something. But he's sick. I'll give him more credit than I used to. I love watching that guy.
Do we think any of these guys move up?
So that's what I was about to say. I don't see all 4 of them sticking in the same weight class for 4 years. Well, first of all, I think Jax is going to be bigger. His frame is so big. I feel like he might end up filling out a little bit and maybe go up. But I don't know. It kind of makes me wonder about like why they had Bouzakis cut to 25. Maybe just because it was better for the lineup. But like Evan was saying, like he's a small kid, so who knows? Maybe he could go down to 25 one day.
Yeah, maybe. And now that I think about it, I think Jax goes up eventually too. 33 doesn't really make sense for guys that have like Olympic aspirations. Like eventually you got to go 25 or 41 basically for international stuff. So I feel like he's going to go up, but then you have Vega there. So it's like, I mean, maybe he has to stay down. I don't know. Maybe they both go up. Red shirts. I don't know what happens, but he does have the frame to put on weight for sure.
I could like same thing. I see Marcus going up as well because he got that win over Hardy and like I forget what like tournament was for his like U20 trials, U23 trials, something like that. At 41, he does well, like or at 65 kilograms. The other kid that wasn't on the podium though, Kyler Larkin, I think he's pretty tough. That dude's got to go up in weight. He's huge. I was at the CKLV. It was like right across the street. That kid, he has to cut a lot of weight. And I think he's really tough. So I wouldn't want to count him out of any like potential titles in the future. And I could see him easily going like 41 or 49. I could be wrong, but he looked big, solid.
No, you're fully right. They both cut a lot of weight. They're both big. Both the Larkins are, and I think he's going to go eventually too. And maybe we can get to this on a different podcast or later, but I feel like those guys got to transfer, right?
Maybe.
I mean, we could have a whole section on guys that are gonna transfer, but I'm sure in a week we'll talk about the guys that actually are. But yeah, no, I think Kyler. Like coming into the tournament, I would have said he's a lock to place. I thought he was the 5th best guy, like clearly in the weight, and I think he lost to Knox in the blood rounds, I believe. Lost to Seidel on the front side. Is that right?
Yeah, I got tagged by Seidel. I thought it was pretty nuts. Like, I didn't realize Seidel was like that. Like, I knew he's good, but I didn't know if necessarily Larkin was like the 5th best guy. I had a little bit of a different opinion on him. I still think he's good, but I figured he'd at least probably be on the podium.
I watched Caleb Larkin's. We're jumping ahead, but I watched Caleb Larkin's blood round match, and he got turned to lose. Maybe I'm just starting to think maybe the Larkin boys just don't really. Maybe bottom's not their position.
Not their plan. Because I know Knox is good on top, but that's like kind of like his thing. So maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I think a big part of it is like both of them lost in the quarter, and like I think you say Kyler got teched. Like it's real hard to come back and win a match after you just got teched. Like mentally, you know what I mean? Like an hour later after you thought like going into the tournament, obviously these guys believe in themselves. So I can go beat anybody. I can go make the finals. I can win. And you get teched. It's like, oh, do I suck? I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I never got teched in college, but because I didn't wrestle nobody like especially good. But dude, if I got teched, I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, dude, I'm fucking done. Like, so I get that.
Anything else on 33, Tucker?
No, I think I'm good. 41. You brought up Vega.
Yeah, we can get into it. Vega, probably upset of the tournament, right? At least for me, I thought he'd push Mendez. It'd be a close match or whatever, and Vega was really good. But honestly, I was disrespecting him coming to the tournament. I didn't get a chance to win, really. I didn't, and he won straight up too. Like that's a takedown. Like it wasn't really controversial. It's pretty crazy. It almost felt. I was saying this to somebody today. It almost felt eerie in the arena after he lost.
I know,
right?
I know.
Like,
yeah.
Nah, I agree. I was counting him out hard. Obviously, everybody wrestles different, but like after he had the match with Cale Peterson from Iowa, it was like a 1-1 match, and he like cradled him in a scramble. I was like, dude, there's just no way like this kid's the second best or the first best in the nation. You got someone like Jesse who's just like super tough, super mean. I thought Jesse's a lock. I think most people did. So pretty shocking. And then still the fact that Vega finished his season without giving up a single takedown, like, bro, that's fucking crazy.
what do you think, Tucker?
Yeah, I agree. I did not see that coming. Obviously, being from the region, I'm a big Jesse Mendez fan. I think you're right. What you said, it just felt eerie in there. It wasn't so much people cheering as more so like people just kind of like in shock. They were like, "Holy shit!" Watching it back. Well, I didn't watch the whole match back, but I watched like the highlights and stuff, and I just think, man, you got to think maybe he just wished maybe he would have like gone for that shot in the first period, taken down, and then like had to claw his way back instead of like losing on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hindsight's 2020 for sure. So like obviously I'm sure he wishes he took more chances in the match or took more shots or whatever. But I also think like you look at how Vegas wrestled this year, when guys get on his legs, like that's when he scores, is when guys attack. So I think he was genuinely scared to attack. Like was worried about getting cradled or giving up a takedown like he did in that scramble or whatever it was. But yeah, man, it's interesting like how different Mendez wrestled that match than most.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was just like part of his game plan.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. So what else happened here? Stanich took third. He always impresses me. Coming into the weekend, I think he's the third best guy in the bracket now, but I thought he was better than Vega, and I thought he had got screwed by the seed being on Mendez's side. He almost beat Mendez in the semi. I don't know if I should say almost beat, but took him to overtime, wrestled tough. He beat Echemendia. He beat Hardy. Had a great tournament. Like he impressed me. Who's fourth? Hardy? Is that correct?
Yeah. Wait.
Was he not?
I don't know, bro. I forget my sins.
He may have took fifth. He may have took fifth. I know Etchman Dia forfeited to 6.
I saw them wrestle. I saw Hardy and Stanish wrestle on Saturday. So unless that was a Consi semi, no, I wasn't even there for Consi semi. So it was a placement match.
Yeah, I want to say it was 3rd, 4th. Okay. I could be wrong, but yeah.
I definitely don't know. So ignore what I did with my hands there. I'm sorry.
No worries, dude. Yeah, it was shocking to say the least. Crazy. I mean, we already talked about 33. We can talk about 41 now. 2 undefeated freshman national champs. First since, I don't know, 1950 or something crazy. Here's an interesting question. Who's the first to take a loss? Or neither?
You said between Vega and Forrest?
Yeah.
I think if it's anyone, it would probably be Vega. Like I was just talking. I'm very high on Jax Forrest.
I agree. I think it would be Vega for sure. He wrestles those 1-1 matches that Evan was talking about earlier in the year, or earlier when we were talking about it. So I think he's just always kind of liable to get beat, give up one takedown and lose a close match. Where Jax he just wrestles so many more situations, creates more flurries and stuff. And I think, yeah, I don't know who's going to beat Jax. I mean, there'll be a guy eventually, I'm sure, that has a chance and pushes him and all these things. But
I'm going to go on the opposite here when y'all are – I think Jax will be the first to lose, but –
Okay. So what do you think, like his volatileness or what?
No, that obviously doesn't help. Like, I saw in a couple of, random matches this year, dudes just bomb him to his back. I think sometimes they get a little surprised that they, put him on their just, back, but kind of just catch him. And I just think somebody's gonna stick him at some point. It's pretty hard. I'm not trying to hate, but it's it's at least Vega's in a spot where he's not going to his back like that. I've just seen it too many times with Forrest. I'm pretty sure Seidel did it. Some random ISU kid did it in a match. I saw a clip. I'm right off the rip, just right on his back. So I think somebody could go up big on Jax or just stick before Vega loses.
That's an interesting take. Okay, I can see that.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that take.
He hates it.
He scrambles so much. I mean, maybe you think he goes to pass a leg, gets caught in a foot half or something, whatever it is. But this made me think you have him taking the Imar route where, he's undefeated, everyone thinks he's next Kale, and then randomly he just gets pinned in a duel and
maybe, yeah, I could see. I mean, I could see it. Just sometimes when Spencer Lee just get stuck or something, bro, sometimes he just goes to his back and somebody's gonna capitalize on that. Someone's gonna get him there and dude, I'm not fucking letting this go off my back because he's just better than me, so I'm gonna pin him.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think it'd be really hard for either of them to go undefeated all the way through, talking next Kale type of thing. But at the same time, these guys wrestle 15 matches a year sometimes. That's a lot easier to do than 160 or whatever Kale did. So I think the numbers might be in your favor. Now I think guys are better nowadays, but that's just my take. Yeah, go for it, Tucker.
I want to give a little shout out to one of the guys in the bracket. I think his name's Carter Nogel, but Nogel.
That's what I was just gonna bring up too.
Air Force, man. He loses first round. And then wrestles wins 5 straight to take 5th. He lost to Elijah Griffin from Ryder first round, and then wrestled back. Dude, I watched his blood round match with that Cornell kid. He was just it wasn't panicked. I think he was down in the match. He just stayed calm and then ended up pinning him. It was crazy. So
yeah, that's interesting. Again, I'm kind of jumping off tangent here. But a guy like that, and I saw a lot of guys like this weekend. Stanford comes up to mind a lot. Guys who kind of overperformed or, you know what I mean? Exceeded expectations. That's what I'm looking for. A lot of those guys transfer, you know what I mean? Those small school guys the next year. But it seems like an Air Force guy, can he leave? Is he, I don't know how old he is. Is he stuck there for 4 more years? The Stanford guys, I don't think somebody like Valencia, they might not leave because of academic reasons. McGowan at Princeton, it'll be interesting to see if guys can find a way out of the situations they're in or if they'll stay. It'd be cool to have Air Force have a returning All-American, but we'll see if they do.
I think it's tough for the military school guys to transfer.
But
Like-
if you're Wyatt Hendrickson, it's not.
No, he was in like the W cap, so he was able to.
I'm joking. Yeah. I'm
No,
joking.
no, you know what I mean? Like I think that was like a special case, but
I mean, but look at what the way wrestling's going. Like we make special cases, like the Jax Forrest of the world, you know what I mean? Or the Wyatt Hendricksons. Like you never know. Money talks.
yeah, that's true. Evan, what do
But
you got?
yeah, who knows?
No comment. I think a lot if they're going to the military school, they probably, really want that career. So I can see that kid staying. Sometimes those moves don't work out for people like Aaron Nagao going to Penn State. Like I know he dealt with some injuries, but like when he first went there, I was kind of like, why? So I feel like some people it's like probably just better if they stay there. But who knows? I'm not.
No, I agree. There's a lot of those cases. I mean, everyone kind of gives Iowa slack for getting a lot of them. Like
transfer
the
you, bro.
Bears.
They're literally transfer you.
Yeah, and they don't always pan out.
Yeah, so I wanted to touch on that. Maybe this would be the best time to do it, but I believe what did they have 7 All-Americans? And I'm almost positive 6 out of the 7 for Iowa are like homegrown. Ben Keeter, Gabe Arnold, Angelo Ferrari, Patrick Kennedy, Ryder Block, Drake Ayala.
Yep. And then Kelly.
That's actually impressive. That's good for because I always call them transfer you. Like I'm always kind of I don't hate Iowa, but like it seems like they definitely really love to buy guys. That's pretty cool that the dudes they recruited did well.
No, I'm totally against what they've been doing in recent years. Not like against it. I'm not a huge fan of them kind of going away from that identity and picking up guys that just don't fit with that Iowa style. And then, they didn't have a very good year this year, and then they go to nationals, and 6 out of the 7 All-Americans that they have were born and bred Iowa Hawkeyes. You know what I mean? So I think they need to get back to that somehow.
Yeah, I agree. You bringing it up makes me think of it, and we're still on the way technically. Nasir Bailey, DNP is here. He's a 7 seed. He actually wrestled Vega very tough. I want to say in the quarter. But I looked at his Instagram today, and it says Chicago/Iowa ? So I assume he's leaving, right? Like that has I don't know how anybody else hasn't caught that, but 3 question marks after Iowa, super interesting to me.
That is kind of weird. I didn't look at his stuff, but that is definitely a little weird.
Looking at it right now.
Yeah,
that's so crazy.
I randomly caught that today, and I was like, "That's an interesting bio for the kid." But we'll see where he goes. Maybe back to Little Rock.
I doubt that, but maybe. I think he's going somewhere better.
I don't know if you've noticed, Evan. I sometimes bullshit.
That's one of those.
So he posted a photo 9 hours ago, and he was like ready to do it all over again. Does he mean transfer?
Damn, I could see that.
Book it. He's going to Little Rock.
Fuck it. I agree.
That's what he means. He's doing it all over again. He's going to go back to Little Rock and then back to Iowa. Wait, I'm looking for that. Oh, yeah, 4-1 against Vega.
Yeah. And then what was his blood round match?
Wyatt Henson from Lockhaven. Lockhaven getting an All-American. Love it.
Henson's been good for a long time. I think he was a really big recruit coming out of high school. I want to say he went somewhere big immediately. I want to say like Iowa. I could be wrong. I think was at a different school before Lockhaven as well. I could be wrong there. But finally,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I thought he was Oklahoma too. Finally gets on the podium. Good for him. He's got to be an older guy. I mean, he's roughly my age.
All right. Well, that was 41. Let's do 49.
Yeah, let's do it.
I was very happy with what happened in Valencia. That's just fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna brag a little here. I had Valencia in the finals last Tuesday. Now I didn't think he was gonna win. I thought he was gonna wrestle Shane Van Ness. I thought the match was gonna go exactly how it went going into overtime, but I thought Shane Van Ness would get the takedown. But I saw where Valencia was in the bracket, all the guys he'd have to beat, and none of them were unbeatable. You know what I mean? And Valencia was legit coming into the year. Summer was trending up. Kind of had some bad losses throughout the year. He went 1-2 at CKLV, which is crazy. but he just always had that potential. You know what I mean? He beat Real Woods last summer, I believe, who was the senior world team member. Like, the potential was always there, I think.
Evan, what do you
No,
got?
I agree. We do like a Pick'em's game again. I picked Valencia's for my 10 seed, but I talked to him earlier in the year. I was like, if anybody that's not ranked super high can win a title, it'd definitely be him. Obviously, you've already said it, super good. A real good freestyle accolades. He's got some insane reattacks. Like I saw him hit that inside trip bike off the reattack when I was watching CKLV. I was like, dude, he's just so fast. And also like nothing against those dudes, but like nobody was really stand out at 149 this year. Like it was like Van Ness, obviously he's always been good, but like he just doesn't have these insane accolades. And then like your 2 seeds a true or like a redshirt freshman, Colin Guys, your 4 seed. Nothing against these guys, good wrestlers. But it's like it's not Luke Sanich and Anthony Echenidius. So it's like it was winnable.
Yeah, I think the one thing that going into the final, I was like kind of leaning towards Shane Van Ness was, dude, that kid's pressure is like next level. I feel like people don't talk about it as much. But I think Crespo, me and you were talking about it one of the nights that we were out until 2 a.m. But we were talking about like he's not taking a million shots like Messenbrink or Bo Bassett, but he's always like taking space from you, and he's constantly like pushing and pushing. And we kind of saw it with the Swiderski match. I mean, really, that was just him chipping away at Casey for 7 minutes, 8 minutes or whatever. So then going into that final, that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, he might wear him down. And I don't think what won him the match, but I think definitely helped was all that injury time or all that blood time that was in that match. I mean, I don't remember if you guys, it was like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was drinking at the time, so I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, that is a big factor. I think I said something about that. Like you said, we were talking. He's just always moving forward, like always butt to the center, always putting you on the edge. Yeah, he gassed Swiderski in one of the best matches of the tournament. I thought he gassed him personally. I think there was a stoppage 30 seconds before that last flurry, and Swiderski was bent over there putting gauze on his head or something, and he was just sucking wind. You could tell, he's just blowing up and out. And yeah, it seemed like he wanted that match to be over there. And no disrespect to Casey, because he battled. He pushed Shane Van Ness, one of the best matches of the tournament. But I think you could tell that last 30 seconds is all he had. Like, I'm scoring now or I'm losing. I think I could be wrong here, and I was pretty high up in the stands, but it looked like as he ran away from that last double that Van Ness scored, like Swiderski took a peek at the clock, like hoping that there were zeros on it, and like saw a time left as he was getting taken down, which sucks. Like, I'm sure
he fell over like it was like he was like on top, bro. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like I'm sure he fell in slow motion. You know what I mean? Like in his mind, which sucks, but great match nonetheless.
Yeah, no, that was a really good match. Yeah, but I don't know, something about like that 49 match. I don't know if it was like Valencia's song that he came out to, and then they started playing it when he won. I was like, dude, this is a vibe. I was so happy for the kid. I've never met that kid before in my life. I was like, hell yeah.
I agree. And I think touching back on what he said about like the depth of the weight, because there was so much parity and guys beating guys that were seated above him and everything, and there wasn't clear seating, I knew the weight was going to be exciting. I mean, you had McNeil take third. He was like the 11 seed. Valencia wins as the 10 seed. I can't run them all off the top of my head right now. Ryder Block placed out of the 15. I think he took 6th off the top of my head. But yeah, it was super exciting weight. A lot of fun matches.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say too, a random guy in the bracket. I always felt kind of like not necessarily bad for, but he's like kind of a weird college. I was like Carter Young. Like I remember he was supposed to go to Northwestern after he like beat Seth Gross. Instant transfers to Oklahoma State and then just like rides the bench for a while. They get Swiderski and he's like, dude, fuck this. Goes to Maryland. I thought he was going to do better than Swiderski. Obviously, I think he got beat by Block in the blood rounds. I don't remember, but I like watching him wrestle. I thought he's had a pretty interesting college career, though. He's been all over the place.
Yes, yeah, I agree. Super interesting. What was I going to say about him? Oh, he lost to Lamer in the quarterfinals, who was a 20 seed. and took 4.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed that one, the low seeds, interesting weight thing. But yeah, I didn't realize he didn't place, honestly, because he looked really good the first day. Made the quarter. I saw he kind of got beat up by Lamer, I believe, and I didn't catch his blood round. But is he done? He's got to be done, right?
I feel like he has to be. I feel like he's been around for a while.
Yeah, I agree.
He lost to Ryder Block in the blood round.
Good for Ryder Block, too. Another kid that was like a big high school recruit, hadn't necessarily panned out the way he thought he would yet, but breaks through, gets on the podium. And like you said, a homegrown guy.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You guys want to do 57?
Yeah, we can go do it.
All right. What do you got, Spo?
PJ Duke got robbed. I mean, that's really all we got to say. No, there's a lot more to the weight than that, but that's my take when I think about 57. I think a cradle, you got a guy in the hip, that should be an instant takedown. I mean, I know we have reaction time and stuff, but if I have a cradle locked and your hips on the mat, that's a takedown. What do you guys think?
What do you think, Evan?
I mean, first of all, can you hear that fan in the background? Is that loud?
Nah.
Okay,
You're good.
so I'm hot as fuck, dude. It's like 95 degrees here, and I'm not handling it well. But anyways, I unfortunately I missed that match, but like I did see that clip of it. I think it's a takedown. Again, it's one of those moments. I don't know if they reviewed it or not, but I don't know how you review some shit like that and still keep the same opinion. Like, what the fuck is your ego as a ref? Like, nah, fuck that. Like, it's still a takedown, bro. Like,
so even crazier, it's the opposite. So they called it a takedown, stopped it. OSU bricks it. And then technically it's not the same ref. It goes up to a booth. It's a different ref. But that ref changed it, which I think is crazier. Like, I don't know.
Takedown.
Yeah, he flipped it to no takedown.
Yeah, that's weird.
I agree with that. I think it's crazy the fact that they stopped it like that. Because who's to say he can't, work something with that cradle with the last however many seconds were left. But I don't know. Like, if you just look at the clip, I wasn't really convinced it was a takedown. But then again, like you said, I just don't think they should have stopped it there.
Well, the stopping, I think it's the right call because it's a sudden victory overtime. So when you score a takedown, the match stops. Now, I get what you're saying. Like he could pin him, but I think because Robideau had got back into almost like a neutral position, if you let it play out and then Robideau scores the takedown, then what do you do? You know what I mean? Like it's a hard spot for the ref. I honestly think the ref on the mat made the right call, and the ref in the booth is the guy that fucked it up.
Okay.
But I don't know. What do you think?
I hate that guy. I hate him. I'm glad, bro. I'm an Antrell Taylor fan. I did not want to see him wrestle PJ again because he just got his ass kicked in that Big Ten. So I was like, thank God, like he won.
So what about Antrell? It draws you.
Honestly, I don't know. I just kind of like I like that he's up at 65 and goes on 157. And he's just so athletic. I watched him and Joey wrestle last year at the duel. And like I was like there watching, and like he's just he's like a freak athlete. And I don't care. I always hate people who get mad at like stall wrestlers or whatever. Like, dude, he just picks and chooses a little more wisely. And the people usually bitching about that like suck at wrestling anyways. It's like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't get it. It's like I kind of like the hate he gets a little. So I think he's good. I like the comeback too. He had a little rough bit season, but he showed great. He showed what he is. It's cool.
Yeah, I like that you brought that up. I mean, this is legalized stalling. I think part of that came from like me and Tucker aren't the most go guys as competitors. It's like the fan in me hates when a guy like that stalls and like wins, but the competitor in me is like, that guy's smart. That guy knows how to manage a match. Like that's what that is. So I don't know. I have like differing opinions on Antrell Taylor. I go back and forth. But he's a gamer. He's a winner. That's what he is for sure. It doesn't
bother me at all, personally. I just like to watch the good guys compete. Like if they're so stalling, so boring, then fucking take them down. Like they can't. So it's like, just shut the fuck up. I don't know. It annoys. I'm like a high flyer guy too. I go for a lot of headlocks and like any way I can put someone on their back, just because like I did that shit though because I didn't have a whole lot of belief in my leg attacks. So I was like, bro, if I just pin somebody, like then the match is just over. I'm like, I wish I had the level of confidence where I could just be up 1-0. And then like a splits defense for a minute, and like, yeah, this guy's not taking me down. It's like I respect it.
Yeah, that is true. I've seen some of your clips that you post. What is it, match a day? What are you at, 20?
Yeah, I'm 20 kind of because I fucking missed one. But yeah, and those were from like I was D3. I was okay wrestling, you know, like not amazing. Versus some D1 guys here and there, but like I just always go upper body, bro. And a lot of people, I like to feel like they gave it to me, but I could always set it up pretty good. But yeah, fuck all that takedown shit, bro. That's like too hard. And like I didn't really sprawl. If someone got on my legs, I was just like, bro, I'm getting taken down. Like maybe I can like turn into them and pin them or something.
They'd get to your legs. They'd get to your legs, and you'd just be like, I got nothing.
No, they swear like I learned how to take because I did like a 5th year. I like learned how to sprawl like in my 5th year because like growing up, my coaches like no offense, is like my dad and like other people like they just weren't the best wrestlers. So like everything I ever did, I just fucking like made up. Like I just made up all my own shit. So like I never really learned how to sprawl or like do any of that. I was like, bro, I just gotta pin people or like just like go up a ton of points, and then I'll just like let the other people like do what they want at that point. So. I like high flying shit. I respect the stalling and the smart shit. If you're good enough to do that, do it.
Yeah, it sounds to me like you're a wrestling fan.
Yeah, I just like watching wrestling, especially when the people are really good. Like it's like because like I've worked really hard, like everybody, and like I know the level of skill cap. Just like they're doing something different, they're thinking different. Like they're just something different. Like how can I not appreciate it, even if it's 1-0? Like fucking they'd go out there and kick my ass. So like just it's impressive.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing about Antrell Taylor, you said he's got the explosiveness too. So I think he kind of can lull guys to sleep and not do anything for 6:45 of a match and then hit the fastest blast double you've ever seen in the last 10 seconds and go win by a takedown. Like his style fits what he can do, right? He's keeping the matches where he's good. You got to respect it.
Nah, I agree. I also want to bring it up at 57. I was like, I feel like a lot of people are a big fan of like Meyer Shapiro. He's pretty impressive. But he's been having like a rough run of it. It seems like, well, I don't know if he's like injured. So I think it's like 8th. And like I think he just like lost on the backside and eventually maybe injury forfeited out. Lost like Ty Waters, who was somehow like an 11 seed. Like some of the seeding seemed really screwed up. On like Daniel Cardenas at a 9 seed. So I thought 57 was a little fucked, like which is how the bracket was set up a bit. And he's have because Myers, he's explosive, high flying guy, and he just kind of went down. So it sucks for him.
Yeah, he definitely. I mean, I'm hating by saying this, but underwhelming college career for what the prospect he was. That's for sure. I don't mean to get off of Meyer because him taking 8th is definitely a story in this weight. Because he was 2 seed, right? Is that correct? 3 seed. Okay, so regardless of what it was, I mean, he was seeded very highly. He takes 8th. But I want to go back on Antrell Taylor. What about the finals against Robideau throwing the bands at him? We want to talk about that.
I actually saw that after. I don't even know if that was intentional, to be honest. I didn't really get the best look at it. Maybe it was intentional, but I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. Like, he really got pressed. Because I don't know if enough is intentional, but like it's kind of one of those things. Like, I guess Robideau, it's like, okay, well, I just kind of like won a national title, so like, can I really be that bad?
Yeah, so the backstory of it, and I didn't know this till after. I think Robideau, they asked him about it in the interview or something. But Antrell beats him in the duel, and I guess Antrell got up and like looked at his coaches and was like, "This is my mat." So that's what he was doing back to him. And I will say Robideau was doing it for like an extended period of time because I don't think Antrell Taylor was looking, and he was doing it. And then he just kept
waiting for him to look. He's like, "Fucking look at me, dude."
Yeah, exactly. Like he wanted to make sure there was eye contact. But I thought it was super funny too. He didn't react to the ankle man's. He just kind of like didn't even flinch, nothing. Just yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it was like that video of Kobe where the guy like throws the ball and he's just like doesn't even blink.
Robideau's a killer though, dude. I mean, great run for him. Another true freshman. I think Tucker, I never knew who he was. And when he flipped to Okie State from Minnesota last summer, you'd said you'd watched him and he was really tough. So I started watching him after that. He is legit. Crazy, their 3rd true freshman for Okie State to win it. Again, I sometimes I preface this, I'm a hater sometimes, but I don't think Robideau's going to get another one. I just think the weights around there are too tough. And he's really good, but Taylor's around for a while. Duke's around for a while. I mean, Caleb Larkin, and we can go on. Meyer Shapiro will be back. Like, I think somebody will beat him. What do you think? He's
No, I'm
going
kidding.
fair? You think he's going fair?
I just think it's super tough. Who knows? I hate to make too much. Like obviously we're doing it for the fun of the thing, but who fucking knows? Those guys are all really good. Like you said, there's a lot of depth there. And I feel like too, once you do it once, like it's probably harder to do it again. So like you got that target on your back now.
Yeah.
So I could totally see if he doesn't get back. Like it's very likely.
Yeah. There's two schools of thought. You see the depth around it, but then you got to think this kid just won it as a true freshman. I mean, he's going to be coming in next year like just brimming with confidence, So, yeah, it's interesting.
Well, I should say this. I guess I didn't think about this before I spoke, but Duke seems pretty big for the weight. Maybe he moves up, never has to wrestle him again or something like that. That would help for sure. I think a lot of that is I think Duke's going to go on a tear for the rest of college after that loss. I don't think he's going to lose again.
Dude, 157 Penn State's got like a curse right now. Just lose in the semis or quarters, whatever it was.
Yeah, they
they
had
love taking third place.
Yeah. I mean, you call it a curse, you call it a blessing. Third's pretty
good.
But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying for sure.
65.
All right, 65. We got
I think the story of 65 for me is that Caesar man. Crazy.
Yeah. I think him pinning D Lockett at the time was the biggest upset of the tournament, for me at least. I didn't think D Lockett was going to lose. Maybe I saw D Lockett underperforming, but I didn't see him losing Caesar Alvin. And then losing on the backside again. But on the other hand, Caesar Alvin, great tournament. Did he take third or did he take fourth? Took third, correct?
Third.
Yeah. Yeah, legit. Is he come back? Does he have years left?
I'll check.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. And again, another guy that like maybe he transfers, but he's also at Columbia. So like, do you pass up that degree to go to an Iowa or whoever gives him a call? That'd be interesting to see. I thought you were going with the handshake situation.
I saw you doing that shit.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of when I thought of 65. What's your thoughts on that?
Can I say something about that? First of all, I made a clip about it, but like first of all, I think Mitchell Messenbrink's kind of like an asshole. Like he says some weird shit to people. He just like does weird shit. Like when he wrestles like Jordan Burroughs, and like he's like he just does some weird shit. It's like it's just kind of I like shit talking, whatever. Especially if you're good. Like what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Like I don't have to be your buddy either. That's the flip side of it. Doesn't want to shake his fucking hand. Like it's just weird. It's performative weird shit. Let me shake your hand. Just like fuck all you guys up. I wouldn't want to shake his hand either. On top of that too, it's like he's got his hands in his pocket. Like I always say people do some dumb shit like that. They'll try to like shake my hands in my pocket. I'm like, bro, my hands are in my pocket. Like I'm not taking my hands out to shake your hand, dude. So I thought it's fine.
I'm glad Evan went on that rant, so I don't have to be the one that gets like sound clipped. Like
yeah, let me say it, bro. He's been like this ever since he won his national title. He was like more like fake, I guess, before then, or he just became more arrogant after he was like beyond the best. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like if you're the best guy, like Chad does what Chad wants type shit. Like do what you fucking want, but like people aren't gonna like it. And they're gonna see it as arrogant and cocky, but hey, like go beat him, I guess.
Yeah, I agree, and he deserves it. He's a great wrestler. He can kind of do what he wants, like you said. But I just think he's like this fake nice guy, man. Like he's an asshole.
Being nice.
Yeah, and it's like you brought up Burroughs, and that was the moment when like the arc changed for me. Like I was cool with Messenbrink. He was really good. He was exciting to watch, and after that whole Burroughs situation, ever since then, I've been a hater. I won't lie. At least the personality. His speeches are a little weird too. Little too many buzzwords in there that don't really mean anything. I think maybe
I think Penn State loves being like low key autistic during interviews. I think they like talk to each other like who can sound stupider. Like I remember, bro, like they were doing an interview like this a couple years back. One of them had like a mouthpiece in their mouth during the interview. I'm like, bro, like take the fucking mouthpiece out and you're talking. I thought that was stupid. I forget. I think it was like Mark Hall, which like I love Mark Hall, but like that was stupid.
Oh no, the Mark Hall recorder thing.
That's pretty funny. I thought that was pretty funny. You weren't a fan?
Well, people were acting like it was like the thing in the world. I just remember being like, come on, what are you doing?
I mean, it's stupid for sure. I think it's kind of funny. I like Mark Call, so I'm gonna give him a little more leeway. But like, I remember they would always speak with like mouthpiece in their mouth, or like they were just saying some weird shit. And so maybe Kurt McHenry's not the weird one there. Who knows?
Yeah, I what I will say about the Caliendo thing is he dissed him by shaking his hand in like the most graceful way. Like he just stared forward. It's not like he fucking smacked it away or something or pushed him. Like it could have been a lot worse. Like, let's be honest. People were freaking out.
Yeah, just not that bad.
Yeah. So I don't know. He beats you 9 times. I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta step away for a second. Just keep doing your thing.
I mean, like you said, he beats him 9 times. That's 18 handshakes, like at minimum. Like he's shook this guy's hand a lot after losing. That 9 times at least, I should say. But 18 total, like, yeah, it's a little overkill. I agree. And does he go shake those hands if they're in the back tunnel and no one's filming? You know what I mean? That's where that performative, like fake nice guy comes in for me.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I want to say, by the way, Mitchell Messenbrink, he's probably not gonna see this shit, but I'm still a fan. This is just my honest, like, how I view you. But like, I'm sure you're a good guy and shit, but like, you come across as arrogant as fuck. So I just want to say that.
yeah.
Not wrong with that though.
I agree. He's a great wrestler. We just dissed him for like 6 minutes straight, but he is a great wrestler.
But he's like, hey, I still got 3 national titles. Probably gonna be an Olympic champ. So it's like, fuck all of us.
Yes, exactly.
So, did anyone catch his match with Hebner?
Dude, I didn't see it, but one of my friends was like, I don't think Hebner's even trying to win. I didn't see it though, so I don't know what happened.
Did you see it, Tucker?
No.
Oh, I saw it. So it was like I think I want to say it was 0-0, or maybe Messenbrink had gotten 1 takedown, and Hebner kind of like tried to chin whip him. I don't know if he just like planted on his own forehead, but he didn't move for a long time, right?
So I saw that.
Yeah. So they start to bring the stretcher out. Maybe this is soft of me to say, but like he gets up and wrestles, and like they don't test him or anything. He doesn't really seem. It has to be unsafe, right? Like we just brought a stretcher out for this guy, and then we're just gonna let him go back at it.
They were also just being performative. They're like, we don't actually give a fuck about this dude. Like,
yeah, and I don't think he was really trying to win. He was definitely trying to keep it close for sure, based on the way it was wrestled. But at the same time, like he was just passed out, and he's wrestling Mitchell Messenbrink. Like you got to give him some credit. I mean,
it's like maybe that's low key the strat, bro. It's like keep it as close as possible and try to hit some shit right at the end.
Yeah, and again, back to Messenbrink, he was kind of chirping him after the match. Like he was shrugging and seemed upset that Hebner wasn't taking a lot of chances. But it's like, dude, he was just like, they just had a stretcher out here for this guy. I don't know. It was interesting to see, that's for sure.
Okay, 74.
Yeah, we can go to 74.
I gotta be honest. I think this was the most anticlimactic one for me. Levi Haynes bonused his way to the finals, and then he beat Minto 2-1, similar to how he beat him at Big Tens. This is the final that I saw happening. I think the big one for me is Facundo not getting on the podium.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, Facundo, again, hating on guys that were good in high school and having All-Americans and stuff, but super big recruit coming out of high school, hasn't found a podium yet. I still think he can. Like, I'm hoping this is like a Dean Hamidi arc, maybe, like similar to where like doesn't place as junior and then maybe he goes and makes finals or wins or something as a senior. That was interesting, but I thought you were going with Ruiz not placing. The 2 or the 3 seed, Cornell. I thought he was going to make the final and beat Minto, honestly. He lost to Wask in the quarter, or maybe the round before the quarter even. And I don't know who he lost to in the blood, honestly, but he DNP'd. Karshla. Okay. Yeah, that was interesting. Because he hasn't lost since last NCAAs, correct?
Yeah. He's doing good. He was another guy that messed my pick'ems up. My pick'ems, I'm bringing this up because I got fucked by some people. I had Minto originally as my 3 seed. And Davino was my 2 seed, but my friend was like, bro, you have to take Ruiz. Like, he's got a chance to beat Haynes. It just doesn't even play as they did. So that's so, and I had Minto, who's like I think's really good, and I had Davino. So thank you, Simon Ruiz. I'm sorry you didn't do well with Danbra, unfortunately.
Dude, we're getting like, you know how in the NFL when like a guy sells somebody's parlay, they'll like tweet at him. Like I think we just watched the first one in wrestling happen.
That's me. Sorry, guys.
I agree. I was surprised. Ruiz, I remember saying to someone, I don't know if it may have been Crespo. I may have been talking to you about it, but I remember just being like, I think he might be able to push Haynes.
I think it was us, and I agreed. So yeah, it's super weird for him to DMP. Bad tournament for Cornell. Back with being the negative and hating person that I am, but one All-American, was 8th for Shapiro. Your Ruiz DMPs, a lot of the other guys.
2 seeds.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
I kind of thought they might be sick or something's going on. That's like same thing. Like Cornell had a weird tournament.
they did, and it almost seems, again, hating. I don't mean to, but like Mike Gray's kind of not living up to expectations that Rob Cole had there, in my opinion.
That's a correct opinion.
They got a trophy like 2 years ago, but
They got second 2 years ago, I think.
yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah.
I always thought that was kind of weird. Like, why is an Ivy League so good? Like, are these guys really academically impressive? Or are they just like getting in? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's a weird thing to think. But, like, literally, when they got second, my immediate reaction was like, there's no way they're that smart and like also good. Like, that could just be stupid. But I was like, there's no way. Like, what's going on? Like,
I do think their requirements are lower than like a normal Ivy student. Like if you're an athlete, I think you can get in with like a 3.8 instead of a perfect SAT score or whatever you have.
Despicable.
Despicable, bro. Taken away from people who deserve it more.
One thing I want to talk about, we're talking about pick'em contests and stuff like that. Levi Haynes scored the most team points of anybody at the NCAA tournament. I thought that was interesting. He didn't seem like he had that dominant of a weekend, but he obviously did.
Yeah, he got a pin, attack. Decision.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy. I didn't even know that.
That'll do it.
Good job, Levi. That's cool. Because he's always kind of a close match guy, it seems like. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Especially, too, just jumped up to 74 after, like, I mean, obviously it's been a year or two now, but, like, and then didn't even win it last year.
Yeah, for sure. Great career. What's crazy, too, we talk about, like, these guys being around forever. I mean, he's done. Levi Haynes is done. And that seems like the shortest career ever.
He's out spaghetti. He's graduated. He doesn't have 8 years of eligibility like everybody.
Oh, my God, you're right. Yeah, because he went
2, 1, 2, or 3, or what is it? What he took second, third, or second, first, third, first, right?
I think, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an interesting – you don't see that very often.
Right.
That progression or whatever.
Yes.
And he's world level good, which is the weirder part. Like, just 2 titles.
All right, 184. I was happy about this one, personally. And I'm not hating on Penn State. I just think Rocco, I won't call him boring, but he's just not very exciting.
I won't call him boring, but he's not exciting.
But I do like McAnally. I think he's a grinder. I think he's cool. Yeah,
I agree. I think I wanted somebody from the bottom side to win this bracket. I think my pick was Sinclair coming in. He took third, lost to Ferrari in the quarters. Welsh can tend to be a little boring. I think I was just kind of rooting for the underdog. He kind of wrestled nobody on the top side, and all 3 of those other guys are on the bottom. I didn't think McAnally was going to win it at all, honestly. But in hindsight, somebody told me like after that Big Ten final, they felt like he was going to win it. And that makes sense, right? Like, you know, he got robbed and he got another chance to wrestle the guy that he just got robbed against. There's a chance he's going to win. So, good for him. And I think I root for him because he's just not at one of those power schools. Now, Minnesota's obviously a legendary school. That's a bad way to say it, but they're not in the top 5. So,
yeah.
I wanted the Ferrari to win it, so I was a little upset to see the sports car go down. But kind of same thing. I didn't know if I really wanted Rocco to win. And I thought McAnally was really cool the year before, just like watching him like have the matches with Keck Eisen and Carter. And I was like, dude, this guy's gonna be tough. That's why I thought it was even more crazy than like Angelo gets on the scene and he's beating him, and it's like, holy shit, dude! Like this is another like really deep weight. So yeah, shout out him.
Yeah. So what's funny is I remember after Philly last year, I think it was this podcast that we did. It was like the NCAA recap that we did after Philly. I remember being, oh yeah, like McAnally got third or whatever. Since Kaizen and Starachi are gone, and we initially were just like, yeah, but like Ferrari's coming in, so it's over.
Yeah, and
I still think he's going to be insane. But sorry to interrupt you, but first year he'd get the jitters out. All right.
Yeah, I agree. He could definitely come back next year and win it for sure. Probably in like a Virginia Tech or a Rutgers singlet, because I think he's going to transfer. But that's just I'm going to throw that out there. But I'm excited. Like all these guys are coming back, and I hope they all go the same weight again. I'd love to see that same like top four just keep wrestling every March. I think that'd be sick. And hopefully they're split up this time, and it's 2-2, and we get them in the semis instead of all three on one side.
Yeah, I want to see some random here. Originally, this you said Virginia Tech, slightly off topic, but I remember like when Bo Bass went to Virginia Tech, I like called my friend like, "What the fuck is that decision?" Like I thought that was so weird. Cause like, bro, like Fitch, like, come on, like why? Like I don't know how you're not going to Penn State, but anyways, like once I saw now that I see like Virginia Tech, like Aaron Seidel is insane. Bo Bassett would probably be 49. I'm assuming he's kind of short, though, so maybe 41. They got Colin Guy. They're gonna have Melvin Miller, potentially Angelo Ferrari. Like I said, they could like legit be like a team to be like, holy crap, like they might be legit now. So maybe he did start train.
Yeah, Ventresca comes back. Henson comes off a red shirt. Like that team's gonna be legit next year, I think. I don't know if Ferrari goes there, but I know that both the brothers slot in pretty well in that lineup.
No, that'd be sick, bro. Because I don't necessarily care about like people like, oh, when you take down a dynasty or Penn State, it's like I don't care personally about that. But like that could be a team that could maybe do it out of nowhere. Who knows? Because like I think Angelo's a title contender. I think if AJ maybe gets bigger, and they make it seem a little small this year, he could be a title contender. Bo Bassett's already a title contender. Aaron Seidel's a title contender. Like that'd be insane.
Yeah. Also, I mean, we're talking transfers. American got that Campos kid on the podium at this weight. I think he took fourth. Am I wrong? Wrong weight?
I think he took fourth. It was 84.
Yeah, okay. I thought he was an 84.
He did get fourth.
Yeah, that's a guy that, I mean, looks like he'd go into the portal just based on his situation. I don't know the kid. I don't know if he wants to stay or what. I started researching it. He's from North Carolina, so maybe NC State, just off the dome. I don't know. Well, that was interesting to see him American, get an All-American. It seemed like this year, and I'm sure the portal plays into this, like the smaller programs like that didn't do as well. It just seemed like everybody that was doing well was on a top 10 team, in my opinion.
Yeah, so wait, you think Campos is going to go somewhere?
I would think so, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just small school guy overperforms. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Could you wait? How'd you say that again? You said small school kid overperforms.
Yeah.
I think that's funny, dude. It'd be like a Kyle Connell situation, bro. Like he All Americans and just does pretty terrible.
Yeah, he could for sure. Sometimes guys have a weekend, and sometimes guys have a career.
No, that's why I always like when it comes to national tournaments. Sometimes people, well, see, tough wrestling, blah blah blah. I saw that shit on. But sometimes people just have the weekend they need, and it's like that's probably not happening again. But that's why you're the national champ, not the everyday champ. Like you wanted that time.
True.
It's also got to be a little different for that Campos kid on a regular Friday night during the season just to wrestle in front of 100 people at American, and just like have no pressure on him and then just ball out at the nationals. And then, just to somewhere like bigger if he transfers and like, I don't know, maybe he's not used to that type of stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Now instead of winning a big match and everyone's excited, it's like, oh, you're supposed to do that. Like now there's expectations. Now, you're returning as AA, all those things. On the flip side, you could go from wrestling in front of 100 fans and hate it and love wrestling in front of the crowd every weekend and have all this NIL and all these partners. And all the reasons why kids transfer to bigger schools. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but
I think we're all a little humble here. Everybody's like, oh, this or that. I'm just going to say I think fucking transferring is a little stupid. I think you should stick with the program you went with unless they're just like horrible and like that you just went there because like you had no prospect. But like you got good at that program for a reason a lot of the times. Like I know people are like Luke Standish, like, oh, he's definitely transferring, and he made some quotes like I'm staying at Lehigh no matter what, which like Lehigh's a little better. But like I think people should stay with where they're at. That's just what I think. Unless it's like horrible, maybe. But even then, it's like okay, Nasir Bailey took third at Little Rock. Like they were doing something right. You know, just because you're in the best room doesn't mean that's the best room for you. So sometimes I think kids, they get a little fucking cocky or like arrogant or something. Oh, I'll do better because this, and then, you know, who knows? Maybe they're not the guy exactly anymore and they're not used to that shit. So I think it's a little over the top sometimes, so the transferring.
Actually, I really like that take.
Really?
It's like stick to a fucking school, bro. It's like this is a professional sports, bro. Like get a fucking degree. Like
I like it. I like it just because I don't know. I transferred high schools and I didn't even transfer colleges, but I transferred high schools.
I knew
and
you were transferred.
He's like, I can smell it.
I can smell it through the screen, bro. It's sick.
I think it's cool. Athletes should get paid. Coaches have been doing it forever. I mean,
if you're getting money for it, fuck yeah, dude. Like that's a whole different thing, you know. And now that it's more of a thing too. If you're gonna get the money, bro, like fuck that shit. Like money over everything. But like if you're not getting paid to do it, I think you should just stick where you are.
Right.
Okay. Josh Barr, 197.
Yeah. Josh Barr. Dominant run for sure. I think he bonused everybody this season except for Cody Merrill. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. A little shortened season. I think he got a late start to the year, but dominant all year. I think he's a sneaky Hodge contender. I don't think he'll win it, but I think in a different year he definitely could. Yeah, dominant. Cody Merrill makes the final out of like a 7 seed, if I remember that correct. Great tournament for the freshman. He'll be good in years to come. Be better, I'm sure. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Dude, I still feel bad for Masoma and Dean just being a D3 guy. Obviously, and like no offense, like Gabe Arnold's obviously a real good wrestler because he's like super close matches with the best dudes, but like. You know, Gabe Arnold essentially kind of bumped up, I'll say 1.5 weights because it was never really a 174-pounder and takes that All-American spot. Like, dude, I feel like Masoma could have done really well. So just a random throw in there. I feel like that, I don't know if it was one of the weaker weights, but like, I also thought Josh Barr wrestling's neat. I wish we could have seen that happen. I like the way he wrestled. And then, like I said, shout out for Gabe Arnold. That's pretty nuts. He looked small out there, you know, and he was beating dudes. So that was crazy.
What do we think, Tuck?
There were 2 freshmen who All-Americaned at 97 this year. Branson John of Maryland. Didn't realize he was a freshman. And then I think it's Angelo Posada.
Well, and then Merrill. So 3.
Stanford. Oh, yeah, so 3. Yeah, and then Merrill. Yeah, so, like, obviously, you know, Josh Barr, what does he have? He has another year, correct?
He's got 2, I believe.
2 more years? Yeah. So, I mean, obviously it's going to be tough to beat him, but there's a lot of like young talent at a heavier weight, which is kind of cool. So,
yeah.
What did you guys see what happened to Elam? Did he get hurt or did he just like get beat?
I mean, it looked like he got straight up beat by Cotton when I watched it. Now who knows if he was hurt 3 weeks ago or whatever, right? But it looked like he got straight up beat. I don't know who he lost to on the backside to DNP, but that really, really surprised me because I want to say he's 4-time All-American already, right?
He's definitely impressive. I don't know his stats. Like I thought it was shocking too. I was like, wow, like some people just have a rough day.
Yeah,
he lost that Branson John from Maryland,
who also kind of came out of nowhere. I think he was like the 16, 17 seed. Yeah, I thought going into the weekend that Rocky Elam could maybe push Barr to a close match, maybe even beat him. Like I didn't think that was out of the cards. Looks different, obviously, after the tournament, but yeah, that's crazy. I want to talk about Arnold. I mean, he wrestled a really tough match against Rodemaker round 1. Looks super undersized, like you said, looked tiny against Rodemaker to me. Almost beat him, but he lost, and then Rodemaker doesn't place, and Gabe Arnold does. I always feel bad for guys like that.
You know, I agree. I feel like it's tough when you like win, but then it hurts you in the long run. Because like obviously it should work out. Like, oh, I'm going to advance further in the bracket, and then you don't place. That's random. That was the same thing with the Noggle guy. Because I'm actually I talked to Eli Griffin a lot. And so I was pretty upset to see him. He got hurt. He had to wrestle Eichmann D on the backside. If he would have lost, he would have had Cornello, which is like, Cornella's not as good as Eichmann D. So it's like I'd rather him have that match. But yeah, that stuff sucks. I think it's definitely unfortunate.
Also in this weight, Sasso.
Oh yeah, DMP.
I didn't know it was 97.
Yeah, he was the
4 or 3 seed.
He was the 4 seed.
Yeah,
He lost round 1, right?
he might have went 0 for 2.
He did. I think he did. Yeah, he did. Oh no, I'm sorry. 1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Okay.
I didn't follow this weight a ton this year, so I didn't. Because I just didn't know about him. I thought that was kind of an overseed, but I didn't know who he had beaten. That's kind of like Sonic Jackson, 4 seed or whatever it was. But I didn't follow a ton with 97. I kind of like, no offense to the bigger guys, I just don't watch them as much. So I definitely was like not a little skeptical of his seed.
Yeah, one thing I want to talk about, more of a team, but a guy in this weight. I think he took 7th or 8th, Nightenbach from Wyoming. 3 All-Americans for Wyoming, and they were all at the upper weights, 84, 97 heavy. I thought that was interesting. I think they took like 11th or 12th as a team, which was a great performance from a school like Wyoming. And imagine too if they had Volk on the team. I mean, that's their 4th All-American. They're probably in the top 10.
Well, they had the 49-pounder in the blood round who took Swiderski to the very brink.
Who was that? Willichel? Is that who that was?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, shit. And in hindsight, they could have had 5 All-Americans if you have Volk and him.
Yeah.
But I felt like that was a decent segue into heavy. Maybe we'll start from the bottom up in this one with Christian Carroll at 8th. He lost first round, battled back, got on the podium. Interesting to see because, I think me and you talked about this last week, Tucker. He's so hard to predict. Like one week he's the man, next match he's not. The next weekend he's good again. It's just interesting career path, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's the man and he's the boy.
Yes.
He's an Indiana guy originally, so I like to see kids from Indiana do good. I don't think he even wrestled all 4 years in high school. Like I don't think he finished out as something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. But I know he's from Indiana originally. College, he's been all over the place. We were always kind of like he never had that good of a run, and then at CKLV like majored Gadiali, and I was like, damn, dude, like he might turn it up. So I thought it was cool. Like you said, he's all over the place. So definitely sick for him to All-American.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
transfer. Go ahead.
His first year actually like doing a full season, right? So
I think so.
It's kind of cool that he was able to.
I feel like he's been in college for a break though, so I wonder how much like eligibility he actually has. It can't be that much.
Yeah.
How crazy would it be if he leaves to his 5th school?
He's going to Little Rock, probably.
5th?
Dude, I'm not kidding. I think 5.
Well, I know Oklahoma State. Iowa State.
Iowa State, Okie State. But wasn't he
was
also
UPenn for a minute there.
And wasn't he Illinois at one point too?
I think so.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He wasn't on campus in Champaign though, was he?
No, I think he just committed, honestly.
Okay.
I don't think he ever went there. But I think he signed to Penn. And then
I hate the commitment posts because then like when you don't go, it's like it looks kind of silly. So like I'm super anti-commitment posts. You can maybe wait like 2 years in and like I'm excited to be continuing my academic career for the past 2 years, but probably wait on that shit.
You wait until you're a sophomore to announce.
Yeah, like I've been enjoying my time here for all the people who didn't know. It's like, oh good, you're still wrestling.
That's fucking great.
that is funny. So all right, so we started at the bottom, 8. I think 7 was Zuba off the top of my head from ASU. He had a good tournament. I don't really know who 6th and 5th was off the dome.
Keeter.
He's at 6 because he forfeited.
Yep, Keeter gets back on the podium.
I think DK or took 4th from Oklahoma State or Dockett. I don't want to say his name.
Yeah, Doucette lost to Gadiali, I believe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gadiali's kind of been interesting. I feel like he was a little all over the place. He was at like Campbellsville or Campbell, however you say it. I forget which one of the D1 schools. Campbellsville might be in the IA, but like he was at one of those for a break there, and like He was never really that guy.
Yeah, he's a Michigan guy originally. I remember him in high school. Yeah, went to Campbell, like wasn't really a highly rated recruit. I think he's a one-time state champ for Michigan. And then he podiumed 2 years ago correctly for Campbell at heavy. And then ends up at Michigan.
Instant transfers.
Can we go back? I think Michigan needs more of the hate than Iowa does for the transfer stuff.
Dude, no, I was actually about to say, I remember when they were like the team, and they're kind of like they were like the dream team, not they're like the meme team, damn near. Like I remember because like I was watching them in CKLV, and dude, they're being so disrespectful with some refs too. And I was like, y'all used to be like the team that beat Penn State at Big Tens. Now it's like, what's going on? I know like that seems like they've gone downhill. Like I didn't even take over that, but they used to be a little better.
Yes and no. I would agree, but they had a great tournament. They only brought 5 or 6 guys, and they All-Americaned everybody but one.
I'll give them credit there, but
yeah.
I don't know. They're very rocky.
I agree. I do get what you're saying. I mean, compared to years past, they definitely were not as tough, especially 25 through heavyweight, right? I mean, they had 5 guys, but they only qualified like 5 or 6, which down year, I would say, for them in terms of that.
Yeah. I think
So where's the hate you talking about for buying people, man?
What was that?
I said because you said y'all like talking about Michigan hate as opposed to Iowa. Were you saying because they buying people?
Yeah, just like the transfers over the years. Honestly, I don't know if they other than Gadiali, right? That was their only transfer this year.
I can't tell you.
McNeil. Yeah, you're right. Sotelo too. I lied.
Who? Oh, Sotelo too. Yeah.
I don't think he did very well, but he qualified.
But Mancinona, both Mancinonas and that Cam Capone are homegrown.
Yes. I'll give them that. They had a great tournament for what their expectations were coming into the weekend.
I still fuck them. I don't like that team. I'm not a fan. So,
dude, this guy is just taking all my intrusive thoughts and speaking them. It's awesome.
Say it. It feels good.
Yeah.
All right, so finals now. Trumbull Younger. What are your guys' thoughts?
I thought Trumbull looked amazing.
So I don't know. I didn't see it. I just want to say that now. So you guys have to talk all about it.
Yeah, no, he looked amazing. Trumbull looked awesome. The ride out was like just gritty, you know. That scramble was a little. I mean, obviously you can't go back and like call a pin. He was flat there for like a second, but like obviously it just wasn't long enough, you know.
Yeah, I when you said scramble, do you remember like there was a scramble at the beginning of the match? I want to say it was first takedown. Trumbull was like dead in the rights and then ended up getting like a go behind to score.
Yeah, that was it.
That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember the pin in that scenario necessarily, but I thought
he like almost had him in like a Peterson thing. It was like,
oh, okay. Yes, you're right. I wasn't even like looking at the Peterson situation. I just thought there was a situation where Bastida had both his legs kind of snaked, if you will, controlling both of his feet, and Younger was on a hip and his head was outside. And I thought that looking back at it, I was like, this is a takedown and a reversal. I thought 100%. I don't know. I mean, the match is going to go different if you go back and change that. I think Trumbull won. He deserves it and everything, but definitely a controversial call in my opinion.
Yeah.
I got a question if you don't mind me here for a second. Who'd you say? So they got in a scramble and someone was supposedly flat. Who was pinned there? Or do you think he was pinned?
I think he was flat and was kind of like on his back, like kind of like going back and forth. Trumbull was on his back. And they just didn't.
So you think he got stuck and they just weren't really looking?
I don't know, but like it was quick though. I don't know if it was like a pin, but like maybe some danger. I don't know. They weren't really like sniping or anything. And then they kept wrestling through it, and then Trumbull ended up on top, which again, I don't know. Like I'm not gonna say it was like definitely a takedown for Bastida, but it was just a cool scramble, I guess. I am glad that Trumbull won though.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I thought Bastida was going to win going into the weekend. Actually, I thought Ferrari was going to upset him, but I thought Bastida was the second best heavyweight. I just thought Ferrari was going to have some magic. He's won NCAAs before. You never know.
And I just wanted because he went to jail and all the other shit he's done in the past, bro. Like the little chair photo, if you've ever seen that.
Yes.
I used to have that on my phone for a second. I just think that's so funny. I just want to see him because I think that's funny as fuck. Like
you could just be like, you could like hold up your phone and be like, this is him, this is the champ.
Yeah, not that I even care, but like, hey, do what you got to do, I guess. But I think that shit's so funny, especially the fact he was in jail for a second during the season this year too.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was this
Yeah,
year.
he's in jail for like which he was like acquitted, I guess, or something like that. But I don't really care. Like, fuck, I think it's funny. So like, I was hoping he went just solely off of that.
Right. Yeah, let him hang, Ferrari. Let him hang. I thought it was interesting too. Did you see Younger chose to go down in the third period, and Kevin Dresser was telling him to go neutral?
I said, "Fuck that, bro." He's pulling like that Thomas Gilman shit.
And then he got rode out. So I mean, obviously, it's not hindsight's 2020, but yeah,
I'm not surprised either because he looked exhausted after that fucking fight.
Well, and it's like, buddy, I hate to say it, but you started wrestling folk style like 3 years ago.
And like, Ferrari's still on top. Like, he's a top guy, low key. So like,
yeah, this guy's been wrestling top and bottom since he was 5. Like, it's different. It's just different.
He had a point to prove. He said, "Fuck this, bro. I'm gonna get tired for no reason."
I'm gonna get tired for no reason.
That's true.
Yeah. Evan, do you think Ono is gonna come in and just mop shit, or do you think he's gonna struggle with the folk style at all?
I think he could do really well. Like, I remember, I don't know how long Anthony at Etchemindia did with folk style, only like a year or two, like before he got to college. I feel like he made a pretty quick transition. I think he'll do well. I don't know if that's a bad. His wrestling is just too good. Like, he's just too mat aware. I don't think bottom is necessarily that hard to figure out. Like, if you just like are a thinking person, you know, especially if you're so good at wrestling, it's like, bro, you'll probably just be like, okay, going to my back, not good. Like, get to my feet. Get hands off, get away, you know, like, so I think he could do it. I could be wrong. But I think he'll adjust well. What do y'all think?
I'll be honest, I kind of forgot he existed, like, until right now. I'm interested to see where he fits in the lineup. Does he go 41, 33, maybe 25, right? He wrestles 57 kilograms at points.
I thought it was pretty funny. He made a clip like back when he was like a little more popping on the flow. They're like, he was like, you know, maybe I go 157. Like, bro, like, you're like 5'5", like, you're going 33 or 25. Like, that's not happening. I think he'll be 33. Like, they'll probably bump Marcus up now that Brayden Davis. I don't know. I think Brayden Davis low-key might be graduated.
No, he's got a year. I want to say one more.
I think Marcus will go up if anybody. Ono 33, Lil 25. And I don't know about Brayden Davis. He might be going to North Dakota State. Start a random team.
Yeah,
Lil Rock. They'll go Lil Rock.
Yeah, I think you're right. Seems like Brayden Davis is probably going to be the odd man out there.
Not that he's bad, just that team's too good.
And they always could redshirt him and keep him around, or redshirt Blaze, and I mean, they have redshirts to use, a lot of those guys. So we'll see how it plays out. It'll be interesting. But I think I don't know. I mean, Jax Forrest is a 33 pounder, and Vega's a 41. So it's like, it's not like he's gonna wrestle nobody.
I mean, yeah, but it's like they got to put the best guy at what weight they think is going to be the best. You know, they're trying to build a lineup. They're not worried about who they're going to end up wrestling.
No,
right?
I don't think so either. But I was just saying, like, do you think he's gonna mop everybody? No, like, I think either one of those guys is gonna wrestle him tough. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. All right, yeah, that's it then. Anything else, guys? I thought that was perfect.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't got much else to say, man.
Evan,
No.
we appreciate.
Go ahead.
We
Sorry.
appreciate you coming. Yeah, no, we appreciate you coming on. We usually do like some pretty big like preview and like recap shows to like the big events. Like, we'll probably do one for like Final X or like the World Team Trials and stuff. So we need to have you back, brother.
Bro, I'd love to be back. I had a good time. Y'all are pretty cool. I enjoyed the conversation. It was well structured. I like that. Like I said, I didn't watch a whole lot of the tournament, so I'm glad y'all brought it up. Like I said, I was mostly there to just fuck around. I was trying to run into people low-key. I was trying to content farm, you know, like from being there, trying to meet some people. And it's funny because like I ran into Johnny DeJulius, and like we have had some words on TikTok before. And then I was trying to like I ran into him. He was like, "Oh, I'm like John." He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm Evan." I was like, we exchanged words. And he forgot about it. He's like, "Oh shit!" Like, bro, it's so funny. It was a great weekend though. Like I met Ringer. That was cool. I met you guys. So That was fun as fuck. Please have me back on. I'd love to keep doing this shit. If I'm doing anything in the future, let me know.
Absolutely.
Hey, tell him your username. Plug your username, Evan, so I can go follow you and shit.
Shiesteez. I don't Shiesteez.
There we go.
I'll throw it up on the screen.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate the fuck out of it.
But also, I'm trying to go to the U.S. Open. So if I make it to Vegas, I'll hit you up.
Let me know. I live like next to the convention center. Probably where they do the wrestling, like a 5-minute walk. So let me know.
Oh, that's sick.
If you guys are both there, I'll drive. I mean, it's like 5 hours from Phoenix, so.
There you go.
Oh yeah. All right. Anything else, Crespo?
I'm all good. Thanks for listening. Legalize Stalling.
Legalize Stalling.